folks, here I am on my Voge 300 Rally, and this video is about how I fitted some electrical accessories to the bike. I'm not an electrician. The idea of cutting wires into circuits and connecting to earths and things just freaks me out a bit, so I found an easier way. I found it online. There was a post on a Facebook group somewhere. What I've used is a Healtech Thunderbox, and if you're from Australia, well, you have a different use for a Thunderbox than this. But yeah, don't get wired up to one when you're sitting on it. Don't recommend it. But yeah, it's just made the whole job easy, and it saves on the battery. It has a battery protector circuit in it. And I'll show you the Thunderbox itself and how it's fitted to the bike, and I'll talk about what accessories I fitted as well. This is what you get in the packet. User manual, that's the Thunderbox itself, and behind the Thunderbox is a self-adhesive pad to stick it wherever you want, and these are the cables attached to the Thunderbox, obviously. This is a separate connector. Now there's different modes you can use this in. Automatic mode, which is what I used. There's just the two wires, positive and negative, go straight to the battery. You don't need to do anything else. But there's an alternative. If you want to connect it to the ignition, they give you this as well. That means you have to connect it to your ignition, which is, well, defeats the object for me. That's not what I want it for. So I just don't use that. I just leave this wire loose, and these little connector boxes, you just lift a little flap here, push your wire in there, and then close it down, and that's it. So I've got this. So this is the one with three. It's got one. It's the UB1. You can get a UB2 with two of these sets on. And I've got enough. That's three. I can connect three accessories to here, and that's plenty for what I need. For an extra, this has cost me €70. If you want the USB UB2, it's just €80, so 10 more euros. But then I really don't need all those extra accessories on the bike. And of course, you get some stickers. So that's what you get, and I'll show you in position on the bike next. Well guys, I just want to talk about this that I fitted to the bike. A great addition. It's made electrical accessory connections a lot easier, and it's called a Thunderbox, and it comes from a company called Healtech. There's the details. Great investment. It's easy to fit. It's self-adhesive pad underneath. There are two wires, positive and negative, go straight to the battery. And then coming from there are these two connectors, one for positive, one for negative. And all I've done to stop it all rattling around is put a bit of tape over there to stop it jumping about and cover it up if I want to cover it with a seat. So what accessories did I fit to this? I've covered them in my last review, my 22,000 kilometre review. First thing I wanted was navigation, obviously. So, and off-road navigation. So initially I used a smartphone. It was pretty cheap, did the job with Osman. It wasn't dust-proof, it wasn't waterproof. You know, it was okay, but I wanted something. I did so much, was doing more and more of this, so I got something professionally made. Thought Racing DMD2 T665 smartphone, and this is the metal holder for it, and that is now wired straight into the Thunderbox. So turn the ignition on, you get power there, turn ignition off, and shortly after that the power goes. Obviously the battery and the phone can keep it going. And then I have a TomTom Rider 410, which I'd had from previous bikes, which I use. I love it because I got that before I ever did any off-road navigation. But what I find out with it is it gives me fantastic choice of curvy roads, things like this, quiet back lanes, back roads. And that there is also straight into the Thunderbox, so that's 2 of the outputs used up. And then I fitted heated grips, and these are the some of the one of the Oxford ones. What I found out with these, that I fitted them initially to the battery, straight to the battery, because they have their own circuit checker and battery protector circuit, and it worked for a while, about a year. Of course, in this country you don't need heated grips all year round, you just use them for a few months. I found out not long ago that circuit failed, and I went to restart the bike 2 hours after parking it because I'd forgotten to turn the grips off, and the battery had gone flat. So what I've done now is I've fitted the heated grips straight to the Thunderbox, and that actually does work. So those are the 3 things I've got fitted, and it's plenty for this bike for what I need. Not everybody has a TomTom and a phone, or maybe I'm the only one, but it works for me. So look, let me show you this. This is the heated grips I've got, and they're only on the 40% setting, which is the second one, so they're not taking a great deal of power. And I'm going to turn the ignition off now. After 1 minute there's still power to it, so the battery's obviously still good. I'm going to put it up, see what happens. So that's now on the maximum. And the light's gone off a few seconds later. So maybe this video was useful for you, and if it was, all the better for it. Thanks for watching.